Hey there, and welcome back to Bioware Babbling. Last issue of the Silent Grove, we finally got to meet the Witch of the Totally Wilds, Yavanna, and her giant-ass dragon. So, how fucked is the party of Alistair, Varric, and Isabella? Well, before I reveal how screwed they are, if you are enjoying this series or any of my other comic content, please feel free to like the video, comment which one of the comics are your favorite, and subscribe to the channel to make sure you get your Bioware comic fix. So, after that little bit of self-advertisement, let's find out how fucked the group is. And it's surprisingly not in the way that you think. Yavanna says, well, whatever the fuck this is in Dragon. Alistair gets straight to the point and asks why the dragon hasn't killed them yet. Yavanna responds that the female dragon can smell the blood of kings in Alistair. Alistair is not having any of her manipulations, stating that he not only knows all about Morrigan, but stating that he knew all about Flemeth's plans and possessing her, and he put a stop to it. This also states that the Dragon Age comic canon is that in Dragon Age Origins you find the Black Grimoire and kill Flemeth. Yavanna is not impressed with Morrigan giving up such a gift, and as such, they couldn't ever understand and just should head back home before they suffer more. Well, before Varric can send a bolt into her back, Alistair intervenes and tells Yavanna that they are here for one thing. He knows that she freed King Maric, and he wants to know why and what happened. She agrees and brings them to the namesake of the comic series, the Silent Grove. We get a nice history lesson on said Silent Grove, about how it was built after the fall of the Tevinter Imperium for the purpose of protecting dragons from the ignorance of man, sending heroes out to slay them for sport, even though they are the lifeblood of the world, which she doesn't explain to them because they wouldn't understand. Alistair clamps back, saying that she only knows what Flemeth has told her. Yavanna deflects that comment like an arrow hitting plate armor and gets to why Maric was sent here. Years ago, Maric was saved by Flemeth and was allowed to be king until his kids grew old enough to be king, and he would have to come to the Silent Grove and help her with a task she could not do alone. Now, Yavanna saying Flemeth saved Maric years ago is correct. During the events of the book, Stolen Throne, Flemeth does help Maric and Loghain survive, and gives Maric a warning of the upcoming blight that Alistair has to deal with later. But alas, even Varric gets tired of the cryptic bullshittery, and demands to know what happened to Maric, and did she kill him? Finally, she does reveal some details. She didn't kill him, but she can't say for others. And with that mountain of info, they should just abandon their quest. Alistair is rather insulted that she just turned their back on them and draws his sword, but Yavanna restrains Alistair with vines and threatens to use a dragon, then while roasting Alistair by saying, at least he has purpose in this world, unlike everyone else. With wounded prides, the trio heads away from the Silent Grove to find a good place to mope. Isabella finally breaks the silence by asking Alistair what was he expecting. Alistair responds with at least an ending, or a grave at least. But you know what Isabella wasn't expecting? To get shot in the shoulder and being surrounded by crows, all being led by Claudio Villisti. Alistair wonders in a defensive stance, why didn't they just kill him in Antiva? Claudio responds that this isn't crow business, and this is a bidding of his master to find the Silent Grove. But the dragon in the area made that difficult, but no matter. Take the king and kill the rest of them. At first, the party is able to get a few easy kills, and Alistair even trades blows with Claudio, but the advantage ends with a swift kick to Isabella's jaw that makes Alistair surrender under the condition that they will all be spared. Claudio agrees, and as Alistair is bound and drug away, yells at Isabella and Varric to find Arl Tegan and tell him what had happened. Once the kidnappers are out of sight, Varric and Isabella think about doing what he says for about 2 nanoseconds, before they do what every respectable rogue does when they are left alone. They ignore the leader and their orders and go plot for murder. And with that, this ends this issue of The Silent Grove. Overall, it doesn't really reveal much because of Yavanna's inability to answer anything directly for an entire issue, which checks out for Witch of the Wilds. Overall, I did enjoy it, though I do feel like Isabella kind of went down like a chump, and I know the party, combat-wise, is way more capable than what we see, so, oh well, say Levy. Okay, but I do need to talk about this panel, because what is going on with this face? Like, Isabella's face looks consistent throughout all the comics, till this one panel that is just pulled straight out of Uncanny Valley. Okay, and we also have to talk about, of all the places to send an arrow, the damn crow sends it to the only place she has armor. Like, look, I get, aiming for the shoulder bit. I get it. But come on, there's a completely exposed shoulder, and you just go for the armor one? Like, what? Okay. Okay, well, I guess I'll just end it on that ranty note. Alright, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day today, and, I'll see you next time, you nerds!